Have you ever been absolutely sure someone had feelings for you, only to find out you'd read the whole thing wrong? It's one of the most uncomfortable realizations a person can have. And today, we're going to talk about exactly that. Specifically, we're going to flip the script on the classic signs that someone likes you, and instead, look at the 3 clear signals that tell you they don't. Because knowing the truth, as hard as it is always better than holding on to something that was never really there. Let's get into it. Signal 1: their body is saying, stay back. You've probably heard the saying that the body never lies. And honestly, it doesn't. When someone is genuinely drawn to you, their body opens up. They face you directly. They lean in. They expose their chest and torso toward you. Almost like their whole physical self is trying to close the gap between you two. But when someone isn't feeling it, their body tells a completely different story. Watch for this: they cross their arms when talking to you. They angle their shoulder away. They show you their side profile instead of their full face. It looks subtle, but it's not random. That's their nervous system doing what language sometimes can't, creating distance. Here's the thing most people overlook, though. The feet. Out of all the body parts, the feet are the most honest. We control our facial expressions. We control our voice. We control our hands. But the feet? We almost never think about them. So the next time you're talking to this person, take a quick glance down. Are their feet pointed toward you? Or are they aimed at the door, at someone else? Across the room, at the nearest exit? Because if their feet are already walking away, mentally, their heart checked out a while ago. And there's more. Notice what happens when you're talking to them. Are they present? Or are they reaching for their phone every 30 seconds, scanning the room? Like they're waiting for something better to walk in? Look, I get it. People are distracted. Phones are everywhere. But here's the truth: when someone is falling for you, they forget their phone exists. You become the most interesting thing in the room. If their eyes can't stay on you for more than a few seconds at a time, if they keep shifting their weight, adjusting their posture, looking for any reason to move on, that's not shyness. That's not their personality. That's discomfort, and it has a direction. Even the most introverted, reserved person on the planet will instinctively lean in towards someone they're falling for. The body always moves toward what it wants. And if their body keeps moving away from you, their heart made that call a long time ago. Signal 2: your life is just background noise to them. Think about the last time you had a crush on someone. Remember how curious you were? You wanted to know everything. What they did that day. What they had for lunch. What made them laugh. When you like someone, their everyday life feels like the most fascinating story you've ever heard. Now flip that. If someone isn't into you, their lack of interest is going to show up in ways that sting a little. You tell them you just got a new job. You tell them something hard happened this week. You share something that actually matters to you. And their response? Oh, nice. Or, that sucks. Anyway, no follow-up questions. No, wait, really? What happened next? Just a polite, hollow acknowledgement, and then the conversation moves on. Let that sink in for a second. Because follow-up questions are everything. They're how we say, without actually saying it, I care about you. I want to know more. When someone is genuinely interested in you, they remember things. They bring up details you mentioned 2 weeks ago. They check in. They ask the, how did that go? Question before you even have to remind them. But if you find yourself constantly updating someone who seems to only half hear you, that's a sign their investment level isn't matching yours. And the clearest moment where this shows up is when things go wrong for you. Let's say you tell them you're sick, or you're going through something rough at work, or you're just having a really bad week. There's a huge difference between someone who says, "Ah, that's rough, feel better," and someone who shows up, who texts to check in, who says, "Do you need anything?" The person who's falling for you feels your pain almost like it's their own. Your bad day becomes something they carry a little bit, too. But if your struggles land on them like a news headline they scroll past, heard it, moving on, that tells you everything. Because love, real interest, starts with curiosity. And if they're not curious about you, the seed was never planted. Signal 3: you don't exist in their future. Now stay with me here, because this one is the most powerful of the 3. When someone genuinely starts to fall for you, something almost automatic happens in their mind. They start picturing you in their future. It starts small. We should try that new restaurant sometime. I was thinking we could catch that movie next weekend. And then slowly, it grows. Hey, there's a concert this summer, we should definitely go. Those little forward-looking comments? They're not casual. They're your clearest window into how someone really feels about you. Because what they're really saying is, I see you being part of what comes next for me. So here's what to watch for. When you talk about something that's coming up, do they naturally include themselves? Or does the future always feel somehow vague when you're in it? Try this. Bring up something lighthearted, something months away. I wonder what we'll do around the holidays this year. Notice the reaction. Does their face light up and they jump in? Or do they kind of shrug and say, I don't know, we'll see, and move the conversation somewhere else? If they dodge the future, they're telling you something. They're not imagining a version of next year that includes you. And it goes even deeper than event planning. Think about whether they've ever asked about your dreams, your goals, where you want to be in 5 years. Someone who's falling for you wants to understand the shape of your future. Because somewhere in their mind, they're quietly asking themselves, is there a place for me in it? But if they've never once asked about your dreams, never shown any curiosity about where your life is headed, they're not thinking long-term about you. And that's not something you can fix or wait out. Now, before you walk away, here's something important. A lot of people make the same mistake. They think, but he's so nice to me. We laugh all the time. The conversation flows so easily. He must feel something. And maybe he does feel something. But here's the distinction you need to make. Is he only like this with you? Or is he like this with everyone? Because there's a real difference between a kind person and someone who likes you. A kind person runs on a steady temperature. They're warm with the barista, warm with their coworker, warm with you. Same energy, same generosity, spread evenly across the room. But someone who likes you runs hotter when you're around. There's something different in how they look at you. Something that isn't there when they talk to anyone else. Warmth alone isn't a signal. Warmth that's specifically, noticeably different with you, that is. So let's bring it all together. 3 signals that tell you someone isn't falling for you. 1. Their body closes off around you. Arms crossed, turned away, feet aimed at anywhere but where you're standing. 2. Your life, your stories, your struggles don't hold their attention. No follow-up questions. No real investment. Just polite noise. 3. You never show up in the future they're imagining. No plans. No curiosity about your dreams. No forward motion toward you. If all 3 are showing up at once, the answer is probably already clear. Now, I know this isn't easy to hear. Trust me, I know. Because having feelings for someone is one of the most vulnerable things a human being can do. But here's what I want you to hold on to. Clarity, even when it hurts, is a gift. Because the longer you pour yourself into someone who isn't pouring back, the more of yourself you quietly lose. And you deserve someone who thinks about you when you're not in the room. Someone who lights up when you walk in. Someone who makes you feel seen. Not like a background character in a story that's really about someone else. Your time is not unlimited. And neither is your heart. So don't waste either one holding on to a maybe that was always a no. Because the right person isn't going to make you wonder. They're going to make it obvious. And you, without question, are worth that.